very warm greetings from Sabala TV, and here with us today I have a very special guest, former General Paul Malong Awan, also known as King Paul, and that's his nickname. I don't know how do you derive that? Where did you get that nickname from?
Your people always choose something to say about you.
Uh-huh.
So my people have choose that nickname. They are proud to shout about it.
It's a very interesting nickname, I have to say, considering your past and your history, being background as a former liberator and a governor of the Northern Bar El Ghazal, and also a former chief of general staff of the Sudanese People Liberation Army, known as the South Sudan's People Defense Forces. I have to say that's a very, very interesting background. And what I want to know, what we're here for today as Sabala TV, is to get to know you as an individual, get to know your interests, get to know your background, you as a human being. Aside of what we hear in the media, aside of all the perceptions we hear, we want to know you as a human being. So tell us more about your background.
I'm Paul Malong Awan.
Mm-hmm.
I came through a liberator during our struggle. I joined the movement 84, but I was before that in the bush also,
Okay.
fighting with the different name, Kola Nyanya 2. And then I joined the movement in Ethiopia in 94. I was trained in the first college of the SPLA. It's well known by Shilwan. That was the first batch. And I was, before graduation, I was thinned out with the forces who were graduated to go to northern Upper Nile. That was in 84. And then after that, I come back of 85 and have gone to Nile Azraq, which is known as Blue Nile, the Punj area of northern Sudan. And after that, also after the operation, I come back. And in this tour, I went to my home area after 10 years. I came around to Ugandan border, to Kenyan border, Ugandan border, then Congo border. Then I went back to northern Barghazal and have commanded that area almost for 11 years as a field commander. Yeah, until finally the CPO was signed and we become a part of Sudanese government. So I was in the presidency first, organizing first vice president security office. Then when I finished there, I was appointed again as a director for national security for the South. I work for some time, and again the war erupted between our border with the Kordofan of northern Sudan, and I was asked to go and take that governorship if I can be able just to neutralize, because the command that I have been for 11 years, we were just doing two. We were fighting the Sudanese army and Sudanese elements composed with Sudanese army, which were called Marhalin, sometimes defense forces. Then I was appointed and I went. For that reason, I cooled back because we were fighting and we were making peace. Because, you know, the Arab in the border, they just live in our territory 8 months in a year. And then they go back in the short rain. They have short rain that almost handed in before 4 months. So, and we have decided to live with the reality that these are our neighbors. They are normal. You cannot prevent them not to come to the source for grazing and for drinking water. Then it will be, you have decided to fight with them because they will not have any interest for peace. So we have just made them always to come to the south, just like now they are approaching in this period of time. They are approaching our territory. So this is where I become a governor, and from governorship, again the war erupted in the central government, and I was asked to come and command the army in that place. So this is where I came to be a chief of general staff. Yeah.
All right, very well spoken. Of course, during my research, I came across that you are a Pan-Africanist, and also you have a background in construction and farming. And I would like to know, by you coming to Kenya, did you have any vision when it comes to working the construction projects in East Africa?
Well, you see, I moved around especially after the war. I managed. And of course, during the war, I used to come to Kenya. But after the war, I just managed to go around. I was been in the United States. I was been in Israel several times. In some of African countries, like South Africa. So and I make research. In Kenya, your agro land in Kenya is 8%. Southern Sudan have 82% of agro land.
Wow, it's very interesting.
So I just beat my heart. What is the reason that the 82% is taking food from 8%? I don't see any reason for that. And I have taken some ideas from here, some seedling from here, even to my homeland. In fact, after the war, after the war of liberation, I was thinking that I should be at home like the way I am now, to be at home in my village. You see, I have built in my village a retired home. There was a small bush between our homes. The family, of course, are in that place. So I cleared that small home and have built a retired home in that place, hoping that I will go and sit on it. And I have planted trees, mangoes, all trees. All trees, all fruit trees in that place. So I have almost planted more than 4,000 trees in that place. In a certain another place, I planted 8,000 trees. Again, we are our land is for sorghum, so I was almost having almost 3 pumps of producing sorghum. Yeah. The one was 525 fedan. The other one is almost 600 fedan. The other one is 800 fedan.
One of the biggest generals in Africa, someone who's held so much power. Of course, you cannot associate such names to construction and farming, the things you do in your part-time. Of course, being out of leadership for that long, for almost 6 years now, out of the government, 7 years, yeah. So, of course, that must have had an impact in your life. So, what has it changed so far?
I was, as I tell you, that I prepared for retirement. I was not told, but I feel that after this big mission that we have just achieved, the liberation of our country, then, well, what is next? What is next? You see, in education, of course, people have to go to the field. The education is not read and write, it's a specialization. So, who will specialize as a doctor will help on that matter. Who will specialize as engineer will specialize on that and help on that field. I was thinking that I can just do something to help because the liberation is over. People will they hate the liberation? No. They have to hate the fruit of liberation. And the fruit of liberation are not money. The money are papers, whether dollar or euro or pound or shilling, they are papers. You can die with it. You have to produce something on the land. Produce that will make people benefit of your energy and intellectual thinking. You have to do something that to benefit people. That was my intention.